essay. Oh,
That's wonderful. Try to shut off your computer and turn it back on, maybe.
You didn't answer my question.
But, I mean, I'm recording.
So it wasn't a question, we made a statement.
I don't know if any of us have asked about that. but-
She made a statement, not a question.
You know what?
Well, she said I didn't answer her question, so.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
I need to
You need a what?
She wants
Yeah, it's not sticky. Okay, yesterday's bell ringer.
I got one wrong.
Save it so we can ask any questions about it before we use days.
I gotta save it because my mommy asked me to.
Really?
Evidently I'm gonna get in trouble. I said I have to save it because my mommy told me to.
Mr. Because I shouldn't have said you guys.
Hey, Jillian got a perfect, nice
I
job.
basically did, so I said it right myself.
Kale got perfect, nice job.
That was
For doing the, excuse my nose. That's what I was
Mr. Richards got tough on it.
Cameron got a perfect, nice job.
We can do it with Miss Godfrey.
yay.
All right. Any questions on that one?
Yeah, what was food web thing against food what?
Afterwards.
The number one?
Yeah.
A food web is made up of many different food chains.
What was number 5?
Mr. Richards, you need to tell me not to second guess myself.
Don't second guess yourself.
Then I don't get a 100.
Okay, number 5, the element that makes up the backbone of the macromolecules.
Carbon.
Carbon. Now, macromolecules, macro means really, really big, right? So a big molecule is like a protein, a carbohydrate, or a lipid, right? Which is just a fancy name for a fat, right? So protein, carbohydrate, lipids, and then DNA, which is called a nucleic acid. So there's 4 really macromolecules, right? Protein, lipids, carbohydrates, and nucleic acids. But they all are like made of carbon. All right, let's do today's. Any other questions? Okay. We're gonna have some fun today.
Did you give us a not mean bell ringer?
Oh, what? Do I ever give you a mean bell ringer?
Yeah. Especially the first day of school.
No.
Yeah, that's cool.
Did you try to turn it off?
Yeah, it works.
I need a bell ringer.
Oh, there's 2 places. I put the,
Oh.
two set, I put the 2 words in one. One.
Well, you
Let me guess, that's something we should have learned from Khan Academy?
And when you pass this in, place it upside down. Don't stand up here in the area where anybody else.
Yes.
Just leads to a lot of talking. Why would it be close enough to the wrong answer? Then it'd be like way far away. What? Don't talk that way. Positive talk.
No. Okay, I'm positive I failed that. I'm positive I tried my best, and it wasn't enough. Is that better?
You did your best.
I tried my best, but it's
Didn't you literally just tell us the answer so long?
I couldn't remember them all.
Yeah, you did.
I started mixing them together in my head, and they weren't separated, they're all together. They're one word.
I trip on that same spot every day,
Oh,
and
don't
now
do
it's
that.
on video.
I tripped over like a line right here yesterday.
I
Oh,
tripped
why?
I tripped over that too.
You tripped over the line.
Yeah, I tripped over that line.
How?
I don't know.
Well, ask questions.
You just saw it, you
I
tried.
tried to step over it yesterday, and then I missed stepping over it, and my shoe got stuck.
Alright, keep it quiet for a few more minutes.
Are we still doing
I ain't ready. Almost there. Cameron, you still working on yours?
Nope.
Yep.
No.
Oh, you said no? Okay. Tyler?
What? Bro, you stated these, right? And now I can't. I got
See the whole problem. See the whole problem. I gave you big clues.
yeah, but you worked through them.
Work on those. Be confident. Alright, let's talk about these. Alright, many food chains are connected to form a.
I forgot to leave that blank.
You left it blank?
I wrote in web and left it.
Food web, yes.
I think I forgot to put food. I knew it though. I put no. Great.
Oh.
Number 2, what type of organism returns nutrients to the environment? Is it other producers, lions, tigers, or bears, or decomposers?
Decomposers.
It is decomposers.
No. Can I really check that real quick? Did I only put web? I don't think I ever filled it in fully.
Can you find yours? So, the last one. Yeah, you just put web.
I knew it too. Right
Okay.
when you brought it up, I knew.
Number 3, how much energy is available to pass on to the next trophic level?
I did 10.
They use 90%. They pass on 10%.
Yay!
10% is passed on.
So I could have been at a 30 if I remember. Hey, technically I knew it, I just forgot it. I think it counts. I kind of said it before.
What was it? Okay, number 4.
I'm paying attention.
Keep it close enough.
Yeah, close it.
Ow. Thank you. Okay, number 4, the top level consumer can also be known as an apex
Predator.
predator. Very good.
I could have been a 40 if I just remembered the food.
Okay, and then 3 of the macromolecules, proteins, lipids, carbohydrates, nucleic acids. Any 3 of those.
Oh, I got 3.
It was protein.
If you put fats instead of lipids, even though I gave you like
It said carbo. I got 3.
I put carbon.
Carbon.
Now
No,
you
how?
say it like I remember it.
hardness is an element.
Mr. Richards, have my checklist.
Yeah, here in a second.
No, we just.
So I could have gotten like a 90-ish if I just remembered to put food. I literally, right when you started bringing up that question, I knew I forgot.
What is it? Carb.
Carbohydrate.
I think I might have put, no.
Okay, remember what we're doing and thinking about with the food webs and the food chains and watching the Lorax and commenting on that. Okay, so I can define trophic levels and the functions of the organisms that exist at each level. So at the bottom level, we would find what? What's at the bottom level of the triangle?
No, I know it.
What supplies food to everything else? Huh?
Producers.
The producers, the plants, right? And then we'd have like the first level of consumers, like maybe the insects, right? Anything that feeds directly off those plants. Right? And then our second thing that we're concentrating on, I can illustrate the hierarchical organization of interacting systems, which basically is meaning I can construct a food web.
Yeah, don't forget the food guy.
Now, we,
How
if I
do I
can
do that?
find it.
I'm so mad
That's
at
not-
that.
Oh, you know what happened is I would open it.
I think you have too many tabs open. What you could do is you could, I don't know, can you do it on there? Can you create a tab and then put them all in one tab thing like
Yeah,
you can? Okay, well, you should do that.
I should.
You should. It would look a lot
And
more
then you just open
organized.
another tab.
Alright,
Yeah. Ooh.
really?
So I knew it.
That's what happens when you have 300 tabs.
Okay, so
This guy.
here is our Lorax.
Oh.
Right? Did it really do that? Right, of course it did.
Verify it's you.
Trials and tribulations.
Show your password.
character.
Yeah, it's just dot, 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 dot. Isn't that everybody's password? Okay. So if we made a food chain, right? That's just one direction, one way direction. Alright, so we have the truffla, right? Right? Something has to put the decomposers, put those things back. Right? But he eats right off there. He was picking berries from it. Yes. Right. So that's just a simple, like a food chain, right? But if we get a little bit more complicated, and I know not all the animals were in there, so if we pretend a little bit, that would be a food web. So a lot of different chains put together.
Did you really just put the bear with the human?
The bear with the hawk?
What happened?
Where the
What else is eating the human? Humans eat the
The
mushroom.
bears eat the
The
bird?
human could eat the bear.
Yeah, you could. You can eat.
I guess it could go backwards too. The
And
bear
could
could
eat
eat the
the
human,
thorax.
but it's like I think that bear just liked the berries.
You put the bear eating the human.
Why would
The hawk
you
could
choose
eat
pets?
birds.
No, okay, so the arrow goes from what eats it, right? So this means that the human eats the bear, right?
Oh, let's shoot it the other way.
I thought it meant the bear.
The hawk here, right, eats, yeah. So
Oh.
the arrow goes like from the
What
grass to
eats
the
the
end.
Lorax?
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't look like he's being eaten by anybody.
There's
By the
an
human.
arrow at him.
Maybe
It's the
he's
Lorax.
our apex.
No, there's an arrow at him.
Trees.
It's chilling.
Well, he decomposes. I mean,
The
when he
mushroom
dies,
eats him.
he'll have to go back into the ground.
He eats the,
Technically,
Right.
the
Now,
human
the
could
mushroom.
eat the.
No, the
What
mushroom.
No.
Yeah.
What I'm
Yeah.
going to ask you and a partner to do is you are going to construct a food web, not the Lorax.
Hey, put those licenses away.
No, I'm gonna pick out partners this way.
That's
So-
fine. It's like when we used to have sticks, but now it's that.
Like card.
Alright, so what you're going to do is I'm going to give you some, little pictures of some organisms. Now you're gonna have to make, and I have a direction page for you, you're gonna have to make like a food web with like yarn, sticky tape, and a piece of paper, and
That's
it's
what
everything behind you,
yarn.
Cameron.
Why is the arrows more, it's confusing that way, I feel like.
Well, it's following
I
the
feel like
flow,
it should be the other way.
it's following the flow of energy. So energy is given to that, that energy is given to that. So you think about where the energy is going.
Nothing eats the fish? Wait.
Okay, first group, bump, is Cameron and Jillian. Second group is Chloe and Kale. Then we have Kinley and Rylan. That would make Kyler and Riley. Okay? So sit together real quick. Get up. Get up.
Riley's not enthusiastic. He's not ecstatic about that decision.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year to you.
It's not New Year yet. I wish it was, because we would be almost done with school.
Yes.
It is being closed.
I know, you're already gone for a month.
All right.
4 months to go.
So all of these things that I say, like read the article on ecosystems, watch the clips about food webs, I put that all on Google Classroom. So you'll need like one of your devices at least. You'll also need a piece of chart paper, because once you start putting your food web cards together, I'm gonna have you use like putty or maybe even tape to put it on there. And then instead of the arrows, we'll use colorful yarn from our best
Can we make
artisans.
it different colors so it's less confusing like that?
You can design it however you want to. So you're gonna start out with a base one that I give you, and then you're gonna add to it, and those directions are on there, right? So send one person from each of your groups to come get a card, one of every of these organisms.
One of
Is it-
every?
One of each, so I think there is maybe 8. Okay, don't take the just paper ones. Do you need a bird? No, don't take these ones.
Yeah, I know. It's fine.
You messing with ya. Is that a roach?
No, it's a beetle.
What do we want, Riley? Should I just take random ones?
Don't
How
you need
many
them
do I
all?
need
I thought you said we
think there's
needed them all.
Oh, I need one of each.
Right, those are the 8 that you need.
Who set up all the boys to do this? Why didn't the girls get up on this?
Shoot, yeah.
I've been
It's
so
because we
much
didn't want to get up. We're tired and we've been just we want to just relax.
I just wanna go to bed.
So
I fell asleep at 9 last time and I'm still exhausted.
Hey, while you're waiting, open up your Google Classroom and start like looking at the information, the ecosystem and the clips. At least prepare that while your partner's gathering your stuff.
Got the kids
Oh, yeah, there.
Should have 8 cards to start with.
Yeah.
8 cards, 8 people.
I feel like it should be simple enough, because,
8 sounded like a great number.
I mean,
Did you ever pick your one?
What?
You picked the pink one?
ladies now.
No, the paper ones were just like,
Oh.
like which one is yours? Okay, look through the directions, start following the directions on that.
I first read the article ecosystem.
Okay, also bookkeeping stuff. If you have yet to pass in the Lorax paper, okay, get that done and make sure you've shared your document. The ones I have here, I think I only have 6 of them. Okay, I have Kyler's,
Oh, you did, okay.
I have a no name,
For what?
I have a no name, I have Chloe's, I have Kinley's and Jillian's, okay? So I have 6, that means I'm missing 2 and 2 aren't claimed.
You gotta get that.
Father wrote my name on the top.
Yes.
Now we have some article like honeydew, farms, source, and we read the article honeydew ecosystem. So first read the article.
Okay. Also bookkeeping. Also bookkeeping. On question number 1, those 2 of you that haven't passed it in yet, right? If I ask you to write a sentence, that you would probably combine a bunch of words and put a period on it, right?
Yep.
Right? Would that look any different if I asked you to make a chart? Is make a chart and write a sentence different? Yes. The first question was make a chart listing the different species in the movie, where they're normally found, and what happens to them at the end. So we probably would have maybe 3 columns, right? The animals, right? Where they're normally found, and what happened to them at the end. Do you know how many charts I got?
0.
Yes, zilch, nada. So I'm gonna pass these back out so you can make a chart if you wanna put one on the back, right? That's fine. But give it to me back on Monday. What?
It's on the direction, so this is the first
Yeah,
one.
Okay.
What is an ecosystem? An ecosystem is made of, that's serious.
You know what?